Hi, my name is John Clark. I'm a postural alignment specialist certified by the Egoscue Institute to perform postural therapy. In this video, we're going to be talking about the floor blocks exercise. Floor blocks is a great exercise for improving your scapular position and the internal rotation of your shoulder blades if you've got kind of slumped shoulders forward position. And it's also a great way to improve your pelvic and hip positions, and it can be really great for stretching out the chest and just really improving your ability to stand upright. If you have trouble doing this exercise, be sure to check out the modified floor block video in the card above. So let's get right into it. When you're ready to begin the floor block exercises, you're going to need two things. Either these thicker yoga blocks like I prefer, 2 of them, or 2 of these thinner yoga blocks. You can see the difference in thickness here. The reason I prefer these is they give me more stability, and I've got really wide arms, so this way it's harder for my arm to fall off or anything like that. The second thing you're going to need is enough space to lie out with your arms all the way above your head and also all the way out to the side. So you need a decent amount of space on the ground, and if you wear glasses like me, you're going to want to take them off, because when we get into position, we need to put our forehead on the ground, kind of looking down between to our feet while we're laying face down. That way, just make sure the glasses don't press into your nose, or that you don't bend your glasses. Now, I'm going to have to lift my head up periodically to speak, because it'll be difficult to hear me if I'm speaking into this carpet. Let me take off my watch here. So, oh, my dog's in the way here. Quinn, you gotta move, buddy. Over here. Good girl, right here. Okay. So, like I said, I need enough room to go all the way out in front of me. I need enough room to go all the way out to the sides, and I've just got that here. The next important part is you're going to want to be accustomed or get familiar with what's called a golfer's grip. So a golfer's grip is when I bend these first knuckles, or I don't know, is this the first or is this the first? I think this is the first. So you're going to bend your outer fingertips down towards your palm. Now notice I'm not closing the fist completely. I'm keeping this back part of my hand tight. I'm pulling back here, bending here, and then I have my thumb at 90 degrees. You're going to want to do that to the best of your ability with both hands. This exercise has 3 parts. The first will be with your hands up here. Let's talk about this thing that's the same between all 3 of these parts. The lower body is the same. My feet are pigeon-toed and my toes are touching. I'm not letting my feet go out to where my heels are together. I want my heels apart, toes touching, big toes touching. And I'm going to let my belly relax. I'm going to let my chest relax. And I'm going to keep this arch in my lower back. Now, the first part, we're going to spend a minute in each of these 3 positions typically. I'm going to put that golfer's grip on top of these blocks with my both hands at 12 o'clock here. And I'm going to breathe very deeply in order to help keep my abdomen, my belly relaxed. Breathe deeply, forehead pressed down on the ground, not your nose on the ground, your forehead on the ground. Now hold that for a minute. If you can't hear yourself breathing, you're probably not breathing deep enough. After I've breathed for a minute in that position, I'm going to move the blocks to approximately a 10 o'clock and a 2 o'clock position. And then I'll do the same thing. Just want to make sure that they're both at the same angle. I don't want one at 10 o'clock and one at 1 o'clock or something like that. I want them both at the same position. It's about 45 degrees out. Then I'm going to put my forehead down. Same thing, breathe deeply, And I also don't want my arms, when you get to this point, it might be easy to let your arms kind of relax down. I want those thumbs pointing at the ceiling throughout all 3 positions of this exercise. That's very important. Okay, so I've done a minute. If I've done a minute there, now it's time to go out to the 3rd position here. And here especially, it's really easy to let those thumbs start to relax. The shoulder rotation, all that. I want those thumbs pointed straight towards the ceiling to the best of your ability. It might be difficult in this position for a lot of people. And then the same thing, forehead on the ground, breathing very deeply so that you can hear. And you can see, even though I'm familiar with doing this exercise, my left thumb there just started to drift as I was talking or breathing or something. It's very difficult to keep that in if you have problems with internally rotated shoulders or arms. So we are keeping there for a minute. And that is the floor blocks exercise. If you're having trouble doing the floor blocks exercise, you might need to start with the modified floor blocks, which you can check out in the card in this video right above my head here. So, let me put my glasses back on so I can see. What is floor blocks working on? Well, we are working on internal rotation of the shoulder or the bones in the upper arm here. We're working on if your scapulas are stuck in a protracted position, that helps contribute to that internal rotation of the arm. So we're working on bringing the scapulas into a retracted position. We are working on strengthening the muscles all throughout the arm here. We are working on reducing rotation in the pelvis. We're reducing rotation in the thoracic spine. There's a lot of postural changes going on here. We're even working on rotation in the femurs and the hips. So this is a really great full body stretch, and it can feel really good just opening up that chest, getting everything back into a full upright position using the floor blocks exercise.